Let's finish up lesson 7. We'll pick up on page 180. I'm going to get my zoom tool, zoom in, draw a marquee, and zoom in around this corner of the picture, which is where I'll draw my rounded rectangle. Let's go over and get the rounded rectangle tool, and click and drag, and draw one that's up against the edge of the guide, something like this. Exact position or color is not important right now. We do want to have it touching up against the edge of the guide. Set the properties for this rounded rectangle. We'll set the width to 67, 3 pixels for the stroke. I found that having no stroke color worked better. Let's go and work on the roundedness of the corners. I'll uncheck the link all corners together, and now I'll make the 3 corners 0 pixels, but leave the bottom left corner at 16 pixels. I'll hold the space bar down to get the hand tool for a minute so I can drag up and see the top of the document. Then I'm going to switch to the move tool, V, and move this rectangle up so it's touching up the top edge of the document. And I'll make sure it's over against the guide like that. Let's go get a color. I'll come to the properties here and select, and we'll choose pastel yellow orange. Finally, we have the move tool again. Let's go and do show transform controls. That gives us a bounding box, and we can drag this down as necessary to make it as tall as we need it. I'll accept my transformation and turn off the show transform controls. I'm going to do select and deselect layers. So I'll have no layer selected. My new type will come on the very top. Let's go and get the vertical type tool. It's underneath the horizontal type tool. And I'm going to go put some text here. I'm going to do this section in a slightly different order than they do in the book. I have deselected my layers. I'm now going to come here and make sure that I choose top down as my alignment. So when I type, I'm going top down. I also set my settings before I type so I can see the text as I type it. So we'll go with the settings on page 181, Myriad Pro. I'll change semi-bold to condensed, font size of 15, tracking of 10, and my color is already black. Now I'll hold the Shift key as we click to type. I'll type VOL space 9. I'll click the check mark to accept those edits. Use my move tool to reposition this text so it's centered nicely within my rounded rectangle. Let's Control-0 to fit in window. We have a little cleanup to do. We will delete the note by right-clicking on it. Choose Delete Note. We'll hide the guides. The shortcut key is Control and semicolon. You can also go to View, Show, and uncheck Guides. File save. In the last step in the book, they ask you to flatten this file. For our purposes, there's no reason to flatten. We are done with lesson 7.